Hello everyone, hope you all are fine and safe in your homes. We are back with another video on a fascinating topic, automobile transmission. And an automobile transmission is one of the most important components of a vehicle. It's what moves the power from the engine to the wheels. The term transmission properly refers to the whole drivetrain, including clutch, gearbox, differential and the final drive shaft. If you have wondered how does a transmission work, the process varies depending upon the type of transmission. Whatever type of transmission it is, the answer to what does a transmission do is to enable the gear ratio between the drive wheels and engine to adjust as the car slows down and speeds up. When a vehicle is stopped, the transmission disconnects the engine from the drive wheels so that the engine can keep idling when the wheels aren't in motion. The power produced from the engine is converted into reciprocating motion of the piston. The reciprocating motion is converted into rotary motion of the crankshaft using connecting rods. The rotary motion is transmitted to the flywheel, which is attached to the crankshaft output shaft. This assembly includes flywheel, clutch plate and the pressure plate. When the clutch pedal is pressed, the hydraulic pressure from the clutch reservoir forces the pressure plate to move against the rotating flywheel. When the pressure plate moves away from the clutch plate, the power from the engine gets disconnected. Further, when the pedal is released, the pressure plate moves towards the clutch plate and power from the engine gets connected. When the pressure plate engages again, the power from the flywheel transfers to the gearbox input shaft using the clutching mechanism. A typical automotive gearbox consists of main shaft, lay shaft, dog clutch and a selector mechanism. Gears on the main shaft do not transmit the power to the main shaft as they are mounted over the bearings. The power transmission is done using dog clutches which are directly mounted on the main shaft and are able to move left and right to engage the different gears on the main shaft and attain the motion accordingly. Different torque or speed variations are obtained by engaging the gears on the main shaft using selector mechanism. The motion obtained at the gearbox output shaft through different gearing arrangements is then transferred to the differential. From the differential, power is transmitted finally to both the road wheels according to speed requirements. There are a variety of car transmissions such as automatic and manual. Manual transmission. Manual transmissions have a clutch pedal and a shifter the driver uses to manually change gears. These type of transmissions consist of a set of gears along a pair of shafts called the input and output shafts. With a manual transmission, the driver has to select the proper gear and engage or disengage the clutch. The transmission uses a flywheel, pressure plate and clutch to engage and disengage the engine from the transmission. The flywheel and pressure plate are connected to the engine. The clutch is sandwiched between them and is plied to the transmission input shaft. The term push in the clutch means to release the pressure plate which disengages the clutch from the engine. Every time you make a shift, you have to push in the clutch first. Automatic transmission. An automatic transmission is a multi-speed transmission used in motor vehicles that does not require any driver input to change gears under normal driving conditions. It typically includes a transmission axle and differential in one integrated assembly, thus technically becoming a transaxle. The most common type of automatic transmission is the hydraulic automatic, which uses a planetary gear set, hydraulic controls, and a torque converter. The main automatic versus manual transmission difference is that with an automatic transmission, the process that powers a manual transmission happens within the transmission itself. Automatic transmissions typically don't use clutches. Instead, the automatic transmission relies on a torque converter to change the gears. Thank you.